quitting.
We'll pick up the search in the morning.
No. You got night divers. Bring them in. I don't care how long it takes, how many pieces of plane there are. We need evidence.
Will you prove Jax is alive? That Sonny's guilty.
Do you know how you can prove that you really love Michael? Let him go. Don't drag him down with you. Don't suck him in any deeper.
My son makes his own decisions.
Okay, you said that you didn't want him involved in your life.
Okay, in my life, I do want him involved, but not in my business.
You'll confuse him. I mean, the choices that he make will be wrong. They'll be about wanting your respect.
I respect my son. I love him. He knows that.
Then prove it. Let him go.
It sounds to me like you don't think he's man enough to make his own choices. Is that true? Is that true?
That's a good question.
Oh, I see they got you on your father again, huh?
They got me on a case.
Which involves you going after Sonny.
It involves me searching for a body, the body of someone you used to work for, someone you liked and respected.
Wait a minute. Don't be so quick to kill Jax off like that. Or to use him as a tool to get to Sonny. I got every reason to believe that Jax is still alive.
Or not. And if Sonny's guilty of this part, Ma, he's gonna pay this time. Do you have a problem with that?
Both Jax and your father are very
Stop calling him that.
men.
He was never a part of my life.
And that's my fault. Because I never told him about you. If he had known, he would have been there for
You didn't tell him because whatever deadbeat I thought was my father was better than the real thing. His other kids deserve better, too.
You know what? That's completely different, Dante. Those kids grew up with Sonny. They know him. They adore him.
You know, I bought into that whole thing, too. Sonny, the great, loving father, puts everyone and everything before his kids.
Which happens to be true.
No. If Sonny loved his kids, he wouldn't have been a part of their lives either. He would have left the business. But you look, Sonny doesn't think that way because Sonny is too damn selfish.
Okay, honey, you may be right about that.
You know, I turned myself inside and out to keep Sonny out of prison because his kids needed him. Okay? But he's gonna keep on hurting those kids and plenty of other people if I keep letting him off the hook.
Answer my father, Abby. You don't think I'm capable of making my own decisions?
When we were at the island, you said that you wouldn't just blindly follow in his footsteps.
My people told me you went to the island looking for me. Did they treat you all right?
Yeah, the treat is good.
Yeah, like their lives depended on it. Michael got a taste of what it was like to be you.
Why are you taking this to my dad?
He's encouraging you, Michael. Making you sympathetic to his twisted version of the facts.
No, my dad tells me the truth.
How do you know you're not even questioning it?
No, Abby, this is any of your business at all anyway. If you want to talk to me, that's fine, but don't go to my father
I
behind my
have
back.
a right to be worried about you.
Yeah, you told me on the island, and I listened.
You said that you would keep your options open, but you'd explore all the possibilities before just jumping into something. Then we come back, you find out that a plane has crashed into the harbor with your stepfather on board. After it's been tampered with, now all I'm hearing is just blind loyalty. You're practically condoning...
Condoning what? Going after what you want? Protecting the people you love?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. You always say that you don't want Michael to be a part of the mob, so why are you suddenly acting like you do?
Now you're chewing out my father?
I'm just calling him on his double standard.
Okay, look, Abby, you don't even understand.
No. Let her say her piece.
Michael just graduated from high school. He has his whole future ahead of him.
Of course he does. I'm proud of my son. You should be proud of him, too.
I am proud of him.
Then you should trust that he can think for himself.
Yeah, my dad's right.
How can you not see this? He's alienated everyone else, counting on you to side with him. I mean, he's practically daring you to go against him to defend me.
If my son wants to stand by me, that's his choice. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks.
Jump in anytime, Michael. Fine.
I mean...
You two stand here side by side. I am not gonna stand around and watch it.
You can go. You go after her if you want.
No. Nothing I say is going to change her mind.
I'm sorry that she doesn't get it, but when push comes to shove, we got to know who we can count on.
Look, Dad, don't be mad at Abby. Stuff happened on the island.
Stuff, I know. Someone thought that she was a hooker I hired for you.
Shouldn't surprise me that you know.
Well, you know what? my people tell me everything, and you handle it well. You went to them, let them know you were upset, right?
I was pretty ticked off when Abby told me what happened.
You don't want your girl disrespected.
Yeah, Abby said people were talking because she's older and that she obviously wasn't somebody I met in school.
Any girl that you're with has to be treated right. And I'm sure Abby told you to let her go.
Yeah, she said no harm was done.
Okay, listen to me. I'm glad you went to the staff and you said what you said because, you know, in this business, weakness, you know, can't afford that.
Just... Abby doesn't understand that.
Well, Abby, I mean, doesn't seem to understand a lot of things.
Oh, if I could go back in time and give up Sonny for shooting you, believe me, I would. But I covered for him. I will never, ever make that mistake again, even if you want me to.
You act like I want you to compromise what you believe in. I don't. I really don't.
Well, then stop trying to convince me that he's bigger enough to pay for his crimes.
You are bigger than your badge. You get that deep down. I think that you understand Sonny better than you'd like to, and I think you hate that.
Of course I understand, Sonny. That's what the problem is,
Think
Mom.
back, think back. When you first came to town, you were still undercover before you ever knew that he was your father. You said that you liked him, in spite of yourself. Now, I'm not saying that makes him Mother Teresa. I'm just saying you said that you felt something in common with him.
Yeah, I was a useful employee.
Don't go rewriting history. It was more than that, and you know it. How about when you and Sonny went down to Texas to help find Brenda's kid?
I was useful to him, again.
Okay, but it reminded you of how much you liked him. You know, and that you felt a connection, right?
So what, Ma? I'm not supposed to bust the guy? I'm not supposed to hold him accountable for everything he does, all the crimes he commits?
I am not saying that you turn a blind eye because of Sonny's terrible childhood. I'm saying stop beating yourself up for having good instincts, for trying to see the best in someone, for hoping that they might rise above the crappy situation that they came out of.
You always do this.
What? I know I'm a pain in the ass. What?
You see the best in everyone, including me.
Well, that's because you're perfect. And I also see the not-so-best in people like the disgusting bag of laundry that I found in the back of your car. My God, I'm sorry I took the liberty.
That was unnecessary.
Honey, sometimes we do things because we want to, not because we have to.
Detective, we found something.
It's best for me.
Well, sometimes she talks like you're a kid.
She's important to me, Dad.
I know she is, but there's an age difference, in, you know, the kind of experience, you know? I'm not knocking her.
I know. She does have pretty strong opinions. I know.
Well, opinions are one thing, but disrespecting family is another.
She just worries about me.
She didn't have to worry about how much I love you or committed I am to you or, you know, that I have your best interest at heart.
You know, she's not completely wrong, Dad. You were against me joining the business.
Have I ever asked you to join the business or follow my footsteps?
No, but...
That's what I'm talking about. Abby has like a knee-jerk reaction.
You know, the thing that Abby doesn't get is that things change. But Jason's not going to be available for who knows how long, and when your family needs you, you step up.
Exactly. I appreciate that. But there is a limit to what I'm going to let you do.
Okay, Dad, I just want to help. Okay, just tell me what you want me to do.
First of all, can you do it for... Just go to Jason, because I want to see how he is. And
Hey, Mom, what are you doing here?
Getting a prescription for Jocelyn. She has cold.
she's sick. Maybe it has something to do with Jack's, you know, taking her, running around in the rain at night.
How dare you mention Jax to me?
Mom.
No. Your father's trying to bait me. You're just trying to bait me. After what you did to Jax, how can you even mention his name? I'm sorry, Michael. I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Mom, Dad's right.
The man who raised you could be dead because of your father, and you're going to take his side?
Hey, don't get into it.
No, it's not fair of Mom to blame you.
Did you put him up to this?
No.
Mom, stuff happens. I'm not going to turn against Dad just because everybody else has.
Stuff happens, Michael. Your father messed with Jax's plane, and he's gone.
He's gone, not dead. We haven't even found a body yet. No one knows where the body is.
Is that okay with you?
Michael has a right to his opinion, Carly. Come on,
I'm sure you think so, because he's defending you. You must be loving this. Everyone is shocked and stunned by what you did, but lo and behold, you found an ally, your own son here.
Mom, when you thought Claudia was gonna try to take Jocelyn, I killed her. And you were okay
I
with
wasn't okay with it, Michael. You were defending us.
Just like Dad was trying to do. He wanted you to keep Jocelyn just
No,
like I
it's
did.
not the same. We were in physical danger.
He was trying to keep you and Jocelyn safe.
Stop.
What's wrong with that?
You stop. Don't you dare compare what Michael did to what you did. They're two totally different things. Michael will be nothing like you. He will never walk in your shoes as long as I have a say in it.
You don't, Mom. And I'm not going to stand here and listen to you accuse Dad of something that we don't even know what happened.
Okay. You know what? You just don't want them to find a body. So then they won't prosecute your father.
No, how about I want both? I don't want Dad to be prosecuted and I want Jax to be alive.
Okay, well, what if he's not? No, let's play that card for 1 minute. Michael, think about it. What if, God forbid, Jax is dead? What if he didn't survive that plane crash?
He had it coming. Dad was going to protect you. Jax had to know that.
You want to run that by me again?
Jax was a threat, and Dad took care of him like he always does.
Well, that sounded like a confession to me. What about you guys? What do you think? Search and Rescue's been working all night.
What have they found?
No body, just pieces of the plane.
Well, if Jax went down with the plane, wouldn't they have found him by now?
Well, no, not necessarily. The current is strong, the visibility is limited at night. We gotta keep looking.
So was there, any evidence that someone tampered with the plane?
One of the pieces we found was the cockpit with the instrument panel attached. FAA's taking a look at it, but our guy says that it was the equivalent of the aviation way of hot wiring the plane so it would fly.
Okay, so that's how the plane crashed. Jax tampered with the instruments.
Case dismissed.